So this is an anonymous confession, and here it goes, Colin. It says, I hate my mom. What do you think? I'm just kidding. What if that was the confession?
I was like,
all right, hold
and?
on. No, I was just fucking with
I
you.
was like, okay, that's a rookie. Okay, and then
details. All right, it says, I hate my mom. She treats me like an idiot if I don't do my homework, gets upset when I ask her for help, and doesn't let me spend my money how I want. She tells my sister that her hobbies are cool and constantly supports her with it. But if I have a hobby, it's either non-constructive enough or she won't support me in the same way. She'll buy my sister materials for her craft projects, but won't buy any for mine. I know she hates me, and especially today. That's all it says.
I feel like that person that wrote that might have already have done some damage.
What advice would you give someone that said that? And when she says school, I think I picture college because like I'm taking classes, but it could be a high school kid. Let's think of that, or even younger.
I did think of high school or younger.
Okay, that's what came to your head. Mm-hmm. So what advice would you give this person that's having obviously a sibling rivalry and they think their mom hates him because she notices the mom giving special treatment to maybe the sister that
I mean, as the writer, I think that's kind of a bad spot to be in because they're still developing. They're probably younger, and I mean, if your mom was choosing your if our mom was choosing me over you, and we were 55 years old, like really, like okay at that
let's
point
say we weren't though.
So I'm assuming that these people are younger. The person that wrote this is much younger, and it's sad because they're at a point in their lives where that stuff means a lot, but they've probably already painted a certain picture in their mom's mind. So they probably already have either been known to be a certain way. Yeah. Maybe they're not terribly successful in school. Maybe they're not great at whatever it is that they chose to follow. And maybe...
Well, I think you're breaking down what she might be. What advice would you give this person if you're literally...
It's a she, huh?
It's a girl. And what would you tell her? What's the first step? It's a tough one. While you're thinking about it, here's how I think about it. I think that this person has a sibling rivalry. If I was literally talking to a person, I'm going to assume it's a high school girl because I think that's the next step down from what I was thinking, which was a college girl. So it's a sibling rivalry. They feel this way about their mom. The first thing I should say is that it's probably not this person's fault. I feel like parents do favor a kid. And if you ever ask a parent, who's your favorite kid? What do they say? I don't have one. Or if they're really fucked up, they say, it's her. Which maybe this mom did one of those two things. I don't know. But all I know is at the end of the day, parents do have favorite kids. And I think whether they say it or not, it comes out in their actions. And so I think that this person should understand that your mom probably does favor your sister, but also understand that your mom probably doesn't understand life as well as you do. And it's okay to be the smarter person. You shouldn't have to be as the child. We should never have to parent our parents. But every now and then you have to be the wiser person and let them know, hey, mom, I'm starting to realize you're giving special treatment to my sister, and I admire her too. Maybe I don't. I don't know. But I'm just saying that you also have another kid, and I have these strengths, and it would really, really help me if you can support me with these things. Now, this person, obviously, doesn't live in a perfect world, so I'm going to assume that they don't have the ability to go talk to mom about this. My advice to this person, literally, would be get that validation from someone other than your mother. If dad's in the figure, talk to him about it. If you have a brother, talk to him. If you don't have that, find a friend. If you don't have a friend, talk to a school counselor. Someone that you can talk to about the way that you feel, and they can go, hey, these are your strengths. Because no matter how much of a piece of shit you think you are, even if you don't feel that way, something you are doing is great. And I think you need to find people or someone that can remind you of those things so that way you can remind yourself. So it allows you to not build that animosity between your sister, and allows you to be calm and patient enough with your mom to explain to her, this is who I am. And if you're not getting that from someone, aka a counselor, then it's going to be really hard because you're just going to try to explain to her how much you're not that. But if you know when you're getting that from someone else, it's very easy to objectively and calmly look at your mom, look at your sister, and say, hey, this is how it makes me feel. This is how I'm feeling. That's what I would advise to this person. Definitely don't get depressed. like that's a thing you can just do, right? But what I literally mean by that is if you're getting depressed, step away from the situation, find someone else to talk to, and understand that it doesn't mean that you sabotage anything with your sister. It just simply means you have to be a parent to the situation, which isn't your job, but you might have to do that to make it better. What do you think?
I mean, that's kind of a difficult subject to be on.
I'm going to pull it up
when
again
you're
so I can read the
17
key
years old.
points, just so you can tell me your opinion. This person says, I hate my mom, which obviously shows that she's figured, that's an opinion that she's formed already. She treats me like an idiot, which means she's feeling certain things that she's done in the past. If I don't do my homework, I forgot about some of this stuff. That's why I wanted to say it again. Doesn't let me spend my money how I want to spend it. Tells my sister that her hobbies are cool. If I have a hobby, mine are dumb.
The problem there is the mom,
sister
for sure.
Project materials for her crafts, but won't do any for mine. What do you advise? Would you give this person?
That's not an easy one. The problem there is the mom should be a little bit more censored in how she.
But what about buying
behaves in front of her
materials for
children.
the sister? That has nothing to do with censoring. That's
the mom being defective.
mm-hmm.
The mom, okay, as a parent, and I'm not saying that I'm a major expert in parenting because I don't have any children right now.
I think you're an expert in parenting because
But
you know what not to do.
Yes.
I'll give you that. Yeah.
So you're not supposed to take sides. You're supposed to support both children or all children the same. So if one person wants to go this direction and one person wants to go completely opposite, support them both, because no matter what you tell them, they're going to do whatever it is that they feel is their destiny. So the person that wrote that might be considered, the outcast compared to the other person, the other sibling, right?
Mm-hmm.
The mom might say, oh no, this person has it all figured out. You're crazy. So the advice to give to the person that wrote that, it's difficult because I know they're young. I know that they're going to develop their own opinion on the world as time goes on. And then at some point in the near future, they're going to solidify everything and say, this is how I am now. But just continue following your heart. Do anything and everything that makes you happy, because nothing else is going to matter at the end. And you should try to convince your mother or your father, whoever it is, that no matter how they feel about you, you're always going to be you, and you're always going to love them for being your parent. And just try to be neutral, but also try to live your own life. And don't try to be influenced by somebody else's opinion about what you should be. That, like I said, that's a difficult topic to even comment on, because it does not. It's not the same for every person.
Yeah.
That scenario might be different for you and I as it would be for them, and then for the next person. There's no two that are the same. So how do you even give them an opinion? Like, tell them what you think about it.
Yeah, I guess the point of it is to get your opinion, really, like wrong or right.
Fair enough.
But I think you did a good job of explaining how you felt about it, and I'm cool with that.